live on a back-to-Beckles Thursday. That's right. Ian Beckles will be with us once again for the 8 o'clock hour.
I can't wait for him to come in. I was over there.
Oh, me too.
I was there yesterday. We've got a great Ian Beckles story we got to talk with Ian about.
Really?
Fantastic.
A great Ian Beckles story.
It involves Ian. I'll give you the pieces of the puzzle. It involves Ian Beckles and Randall Cunningham.
Interesting.
And it's really funny.
As teammates?
It's really funny.
All right, I'm very much interested. I was a big Randall Cunningham guy, even though I hated the Eagles. Obviously, I always liked Randall Cunningham, the quarterback, fun guy to watch. And when you think about today's quarterbacks, a lot of people I think would say Randall Cunningham was before his time.
Wait until you hear the story. It's so good.
Wait until you hear a story I have for you, Aaron Jacobson.
Oh, we got stories for each other. What a day!
There is a story that directly has nothing to do with us.
Oh, good. I love those.
But on the fringe, I wonder if we are semi-responsible for.
I love when you take responsibility
listen.
for big things that we have nothing to do with.
Hold on.
It's my favorite.
Hold on. Sometimes I take responsibility for ridiculous things, like on nearly saving Liam Cohen. I tried to put that on me for saying stay away from Trent Baalke until that went the way it did.
Maybe you went too hard on that. Maybe Shad Khan heard you and got rid of Baalke.
I screwed us is what I did. There's been other situations where I've jokingly at least given myself credit for things I do not deserve credit for.
This one you believe it.
Well, I don't know that I believe it. I question if it could be true. This isn't a proud. We're not about to announce that the Rays are getting ready to break ground, which, by the way, there is some news on the Rays. We're not getting ready to announce that the Rays are about to break ground.
So this isn't anything to brag about, is what you're telling me.
Not necessarily. If in fact we are at all related to this story, and I'm not 100% sure we are, but we could be.
You've been holding this in your back pocket since I got here this morning off the air. Are we doing this now?
Why not? And okay. I know, listen, Stu Sternberg, for the record, said that the Rays are not for sale yesterday. I feel like that's probably more important than what we're about to talk about. But we're going to have some fun today. And I think there's a lot of Rays Stadium, Stu Sternberg fatigue. And at this point, I don't want to get too much into it.
The deadline's looming, so we're going to have to.
It is. We a lot, which is, again, why I think the comments yesterday not as big as what's going to happen moving forward. But we will certainly get into all of that stuff.
You got me on the edge of my seat here, dude.
Yes. There's a Tampa Bay legend that I know that at one point you and I may have angered. And it may have...
Dukes?
It may have... Who?
Dukes?
Dukes.
Yeah, you know how you say the word
You're
sometimes?
talking about Dukes Knutson?
Yeah.
Dukes Knutson loves us, right?
And he's a legend.
I've certainly upset him when I dropped the GD from time to time back in the day. I have since retired GD in honor of Dukes Knutson. So, no, Dukes loves us.
All right.
This other gentleman does not love us, to my knowledge.
Oh, no. Now I'm nervous.
And I wonder if it could have resulted in a situation yesterday on Radio Row. I'll let...
You know what? I'm a man now. I can handle these situations.
Good. I'll let TKras and Nick Wise tell you the story, Aaron Jacobson. This is yesterday on Radio Row as the show, right after the show began, Tom Krasnicki and Nick Wise on one of their experiences out at Radio Row.
No, by the way, that's not the only guy you annoyed. That was the guy you annoyed yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you're going to bring this up? Yeah.
Pause this real quick.
If you want to bring it up,
Who do you annoy?
Yeah, the guy he annoyed yesterday, meaning 2 days ago now, was apparently Ryan Leaf. So if you thought my introduction was bad, apparently Nick told him something about, making him feel sick as a fan one time or something, and he thinks Ryan Leaf did not take it the right way. So he thinks he annoyed Ryan Leaf.
Listen, that's on Ryan Leaf then. If you're telling him a moment you had in Ryan Leaf, I'd have to hear that moment. But I heard TKras making fun of Nick at the end of the show yesterday. I didn't hear the beginning.
So that's on Ryan Leaf. The question is, Aaron, is this on us?
What's up? Yeah, Warren Sapp.
If you want to bring it up, you can.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
So, yeah, Todd Bowles, I don't know if it's such a laughing matter, but Nick tried to get some FaceTime with Warren Sapp, who was making the rounds here on Radio Row. And anyone who knows Warren Sapp knows, he can be quite difficult at times to talk to. So you could explain how it all went down.
Yeah, so Warren was doing an interview with a radio station, and I grabbed him afterwards and said, hey, can you come on to Tampa? He goes, I already did Tampa. I guess he hopped on another station. And I said, no, we're at a different station. And this is all while we're walking the hallways, right? So I'm like the annoying guy pestering him from behind. And I was like, no, will you come on in Tampa, WDAE? And he's like, I already did Tampa. And I was like, yeah, but we're a different station. And he stops. He turns around, and he's like in my face, and he goes, you don't think I know the F you guys are? And I was like, and that was it. He turned around and he walked away, and I was like, well, I guess we're not gonna get we're not getting Warren Sapp today.
Yeah,
so.
not at this time. No, it's Todd Bowles. No, not at this
Pause it
time
again.
or next.
What does that have to do with us?
You don't think there's any possibility that he holds ill will towards the station for a stunt that you and I once pulled?
I don't. I think Warren, and I don't know Warren well. Ian's going to be in later. Ian is very close with Warren Sapp.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Warren yesterday, me and Ian. I don't know with Warren. He's a wild card. He could have ill will from DAE going back to his playing days, going back years. Who knows with Warren Sapp? I'd have to ask Ian. Once Ian, I left the station full time. I don't know. I have no idea with Warren. You can never tell. But the type of guy that I've heard Warren is that guy.
Yeah.
Is the guy that turned around you don't think I know who the F you are? That's the type of stuff I can't stand when I hear about Warren Sapp, man.
So I had said last time, I know you were at Ian's yesterday. Last time I was at Ian's, he was talking about something where he mentioned Warren and I within the same conversation. And I said, oh, well, then maybe you should put together a reconciliation. And he goes, I ain't doing that.
I love Ian so much. We should try to get Ian to call him today on the show. We should reconcile this
He would
morning.
love that.
I bet he'd answer, too.
You think Warren would answer?
Oh, yeah.
If he saw Ian's number, he would answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
His random radio station number.
The question is, does Ian want to get in the middle of this? Because we're not why? He knows Warren well. It might not end well. I don't have any ill will towards Warren. I just think he's all-time great. He's a character. I have no ill will towards Warren. We made fun of him that day when that story came out about sending. I feel bad. There's a freshman in high school who's shadowing the show today. Sending.
I was just going to say, thinking about the fact that there are children in school this morning, potentially, or on their way to school, that we. Everyone wants an appropriate gift for their age.
How do I say this?
He gave his coworkers toys.
Sex toys.
Oh, wow. All right. You went all the way. You are a new man. Look at you.
There were sex toys.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
And then when asked about it, he said, I thought they was cute.
I mean, so yeah, when that happens, we have to make fun of it. That's what we do. So if Warren's mad about that.
Do you not remember what we did making fun of it?
I think we tweeted or something at him.
We spent an entire show.
My memory's so bad.
You do have a bad memory. This of all things, I can't believe you don't remember.
Y'all both do.
Listen, I'm old. I have an excuse. You see my beard? I'm gray. I'm old. That's what happens as you get older.
Casey's first edition of the show today. Y'all both do. Y'all both are old.
So we spent an entire show. This is back when we were on in middays, right? And we spent an entire show suggesting, and we used the D word a lot, that we wouldn't throw. The word we threw around a lot with Eric Decker, right?
Yeah.
In relation to sex toys.
Mm-hmm.
We used that word a lot that day. And we suggested to people find Warren's address and send him one for Christmas.
So are we just not using the word, or is it like a banned word?
It's not a banned
I
word.
didn't think it was.
But we got kids in the car right now, and I probably just won't throw it around like I would.
We've matured so much.
Yeah.
Since yesterday, huh?
Yeah. We really have. I've grown a lot.
They may have to answer what sex toys are after this show, but at least they won't have to answer about the D word.
Got to be careful. Trying to make Barrett's sports list again.
Nah.
Trying to get back on.
I want nothing to do with that list, all right?
I'm not going to his conference.
So wait, are we finishing this? A little passage of audio here? We didn't even get to the best part.
Oh,
there's more?
Well,
Yeah.
There's more?
So I said I wondered if you and I were tied to the story. Chris Mathis always has a perfect way to tie a story together. Listen to his experience.
Todd Bowles. No, not at this time or next time or the time after that. And that's okay.
And that's pretty fun. He once told me, I was talking to him in the press box one time at Raymond James Stadium, and he once looked at me and said, "How you doing, big one?" He called me, or biggin. He called me a biggin. I'm like, all right. He didn't even, I don't know. It was different.
Chris Mathis talked to Warren Sapp, in case you didn't know.
Oh, my God.
They talk to each other.
Oh, my God.
At first, I told Casey, we don't really need that, right? You could cut that part off. And then I was like, you know what? No, leave it on, because I knew you'd love it.
He is the greatest. The most innocent human being that has ever... The dichotomy. If you take Casey Warner and Chris Mathis, I mean, this is why, people, you have to listen to Chris and Casey on Saturdays, because you couldn't find two more different people in the same age and how they would attack life and how they live their life.
Here's how you describe that show. A lot of people, they think to themselves, if they make a bad decision or a good decision, they've got a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. Well, imagine those devils and angel, that devil and that angel hosting a radio show together.
That's so good.
That's really,
yeah, you will. You're the angel. You're the angel.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
being a devil.
Angel of death.
Angel of death.
See, it is. It's exactly right.
Death to bottles.
Mini bottles.
Careful, there's a freshman in high school in there. We're gonna have him on later. We're gonna. I think we should bring him in here later.
Whether he wants to be or not, he's
That's
gonna
right.
be on.
It's part of the initiation. This is not hazing. This is initiation, people. It's
Aaron,
different.
I am joining you today. I join you today in saying that the stadium deal is dead. It's dead.
Thanks, bud.
It's just
Hold on.
This is just beyond stupid.
Save this, Casey. It took until February 6th, 2025, for Pat to finally come to his senses.
I mean, you act like they didn't just approve the funds. This thing should get done.
It's never been on anybody but Stu Sternberg as to why this thing isn't going to happen. Everyone else is doing their part.
He spoke yesterday, and it's just, first of all, he says the team is not for sale. They've also paused seeking additional investors. I wonder why that is. So they say they can't pay for the overages, but also we're not looking for investors. Think about that for a second. What does that tell you about what's going to happen in the next month and a half? And here's his comments on the future looking so cloudy. Definitely. I think that's pretty clear, which is why I have lost sleep over it. I'm trying. I know whatever decision I'll make, I'll be able to look in the mirror and put my head down on the pillow and know that I can live with myself with it. Whatever decision I make. What does that even mean? You have less than 60 days to complete some monumental tasks to get this deal done, and you're saying whatever decision I make? How is there a question on what decision you're going to make? What in God's, I try a lot to stand up for Stu. This sounds idiotic. What are you talking about?
Especially because I wonder with Stu, sometimes it seems like he's being transparent, and sometimes it seems like he's not. He's the furthest thing from it. And I found this interesting when he said this, Pat. If it was for sale, people would know it. I've always been, and I will continue to be, pretty transparent about our intentions. And not pretty, but very honest about them. And I have been. That has not necessarily served us well for the last 3 to 4 months in the stadium discourse, but that is who I am and will continue that way. I can't tell anymore. I don't know. I don't know anymore if he's telling the full truth or not.
What honesty has he given us in the last 3 to 4 months? I don't read 90% of the livid text we get from Sincerely a Guy with his foolish nickname for Stu and all this. I don't read most of the stuff he sends in because we just, it would be our whole show if we read it all. But how the hell do I argue with somebody like that? How the hell do I stand up for Stu Sternberg and the Rays organization when this is what they're saying less than 60 days before they need to get this thing done if they want a new ballpark? It is absolutely absurd.
And I don't understand, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it a little later. But the reasoning for the delays and why Stu doesn't want to sell the team, wants to stay here, but for some reason there's a holdup. I just can't make the connection as to what the holdup is for Stu and the Rays.
It's unthinkable. It's foolish. This whole thing is foolish. And it's honestly, if you're a Rays fan, you're pissed off. I do not blame you one bit. It's time for today's top headlines. Casey Warner will fill us in on the biggest stories in sports. A lot of them back in the NBA again last night. That's coming up on the other side. But don't forget, if you're dealing with a knee injury, ankle injury, something that's been bothering you for a while, stop just hoping it gets better on its own and get it taken care of. You've got access to world-class orthopedic care right in your own backyard with Florida Orthopedic Institute and Tampa General Hospital.
Yeah, don't wait any longer if you're dealing with that injury. Like Pat said, there's a location near you. In fact, they've got 13 locations across Tampa Bay. So to access that world-class orthopedic care right here in Tampa Bay, call 1-800-FL-ORTHO or go to floridaortho.com.
WDAE
Traffic update
from the Moss Nissan Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Zenchi Handcrafted Sushi, a convenient grab-and-go meal. Find Zenchi at your local Publix.
Good morning, and so far so good on the roads around Tampa Bay. Overnight construction wrapped up in all the usual spots. No delays on the Howard Franklin or the Courtney Campbell Causeway. Traffic also moving well in both directions on the Veterans Expressway. Westbound I-4 slowing down just a bit near Branch Forbes Road. Get traffic info around the clock by searching News Radio WFLA on iHeartRadio. I'm Randy Myers.
For over 35 years, Zenchi has been perfecting the art of handcrafted sushi. Zenchi sushi is perfect for when you need quality on the go. Made fresh in-store daily, Zenchi is an affordable and convenient grab-and-go meal. Find Zenchi at the seafood department inside Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosting the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
I want to tell you about one of my guilty pleasures during football season. Eating chips, wings, and veggies with my favorite dips while watching football. This year, I have a new dip addiction. Daisy Sour Cream came out with French onion and ranch dip, and they're a game changer. These are as good as your homemade dips. They have real herbs and spices and ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Daisy Sour Cream, French onion, and ranch dip. Try them both today and find out which is your new dip addiction.
The Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship races into Tampa Bay with an electrifying showdown.
Here we go!
Witness intense competition as the world's elite riders battle for the coveted title of Supercross Champion.
Up the inside, runs him high and takes him down.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross. Experience it live. Tickets on sale now. Coming to Raymond James Stadium February 8th. Visit supercrosslive.com, an SMX World Championship Series event.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Your brain holds all the pathways to memories, to dreams, the very essence of your human spirit. At Advent Health Brain and Spine Institute, our experts protect those pathways. With state-of-the-art technology and groundbreaking treatments, we care for the most complex neurological conditions, so you can keep moving, keep dreaming, keep being your whole self. Advent Health. Feel whole. Visit thebrainandspineexperts.com.
An iHeartRadio sports report presented by Mark Spain Real Estate.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Early morning patchy fog will give way to a mostly sunny day. It's going to be warmer, high right around 82.
Overnight, clear skies, clouds going to roll in, fog's going to roll in. Our low drops back to about 65. Tomorrow, Friday, mix of sun and cloud. It's going to be warm again. Our high right around 82. Get weather info around the clock by searching News Radio WFLA on iHeartRadio. I'm John Thomas.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The Pat and Aaron Show is live on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Top headlines.
Time for today's top headlines, brought to you by Casey Warner's Massive Intelligence and Spilling Coffee. Not a lot, though, but I'm going to give it that.
Oh.
You're spilling coffee?
Just a little bit. Him, not me.
I was going to say you again, Aaron.
No.
You going to spill coffee on Ian today again?
No, that was really bad. I'm spilling from my eye, my sinuses from long COVID. I've got like my eye.
Long COVID.
My eyes have been watering all morning. I can't. My eyes are leaking. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not even going to lie, y'all. Like, I was kind of in a trance last night, just laying in bed, and sometimes I'll go down these rabbit holes on Wikipedia, and I was looking at the whole timeline of COVID. Can y'all believe that was 4 years ago, man?
It was a long time ago, but
Good
why are
gosh.
you getting your sources from Wikipedia?
Because, like, Wikipedia is just so easy, and I think
You
anybody
do
that's
realize anybody can go on there and
Yes.
edit it, right?
Yes.
Like
But
half of it
there's-
is BS.
But there's also a thing called integrity, and a lot of people just have integrity on the website, and that's what
A lot of people have integrity on the internet, Aaron.
Yeah, man. So I choose to see the good in humanity. Okay,
My first
No,
two.
you don't.
There are sources. There are like links to the sources and references they have on there, so it's legit. Okay.
No.
It's so legit. Casey.
You can't say Wikipedia is legit.
Casey.
The ease of access of Wikipedia is great. What's
Good
up,
God.
dude? What's up?
Casey, when I was in radio for 2 months at my first radio job,
Yeah.
right, doing Saturday mornings after like once a week, I went on to Wikipedia and I edited. We were the ESPN radio affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went on to Wikipedia and on all the list of like ESPN radio hosts, I put my name in there. It was all of like the national radio hosts, and then I just stuck my name in there for the hell of it.
Wikipedia.
No, but hold on. The point
The point is anybody can do it.
That's
Oh,
the
I know
point.
anyone can.
I look at Wikipedia too, but like you got to be careful with it. Is all we're saying.
Yeah, no,
totally
I know.
legit, Aaron.
I'm totally careful, but what I'm saying is I was just, how you get on Wikipedia and then there's like links that are highlighted and you get from one page to another and it's like, wow, I'm learning.
Yeah, just be careful what you're learning. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, no, I got you.
You might bring a fact that you think is a fact to somebody, and they'll be like, "Actually, that's not true." And where'd you get that? And you'll be like, "Wikipedia."
Wikipedia,
And they'll be like, "All right,
baby.
well, there you go."
All right. So we'll get some actual real information here from the NBA. Another big trade last night.
Couple of them.
The Lakers get Mark Williams from the Hornets, and the Hornets get Dalton Connect, who was the Lakers' first-round draft pick, Cam Reddish, a 2030 first-round pick swap. We're all the way in 2030 now with these picks. 2031
Oh, yeah.
and a 2031 unprotected first-round pick.
Hilarious.
That's pretty
It's
wild.
2025.
You know what's crazy is that, I mean, L.A. What a win for L.A. in the last week. They should have probably had to send Dalton Connect in that deal for Luka Doncic.
It makes us feel a little bit better, but I really didn't want them to trade Connect.
They had to get a big.
I
You
know.
had to get a center. There wasn't a lot on the market, so you had to go get a center.
So they went out and got a guy less durable than Anthony Davis.
Well, it's not about Anthony Davis. It's about Luka. You got Luka, so now you get a guy who's 7 foot tall, 240.
Misses a lot of games.
Mobile big guy. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, you had to get a big guy. That was their focus. He's a young guy. You would talk about Anthony Davis getting long on the tooth. Williams is 23 years old, so that's a guy who can get better. You got to stay healthy, but get better as this thing goes along. But he's still a kid.
And they listen. It's a good point, and they say that they think he can grow alongside Luka, who obviously is just 25. So they look at both of these guys as key parts of their future, but he's got to stay on the court. I really like Dalton Connect. I didn't want to see him go.
I agree with that, and I'm sure LeBron, who loved that pick, was not very happy. But it's been a weird week for them. To your point about injuries, especially with big men. Things I've noticed over the years, back injuries, foot injuries with big men, they struggle recovering from those.
And they rarely get more durable as they get older.
Yeah. Especially no surgery was required, so you're just like kind of dealing with it.
I just worry, kind of like I said the other way with, Luka doing things while if Davis is gone. I kind of worry the same thing. Obviously, again, this kid's just 23, but him not being able to be on the court if he can't stay healthy and Connect being over there going bonkers.
And then the other big trade we got news of very late last night was Jimmy Butler going to the Golden State Warriors. Andrew Wiggins is heading to the Heat in exchange, and Jimmy Butler agreed to a $111 million extension with the Warriors.
It's funny because yesterday afternoon, a lot of the reporting, because I was listening while I was out, I had some errands to run and stuff to do, and a lot of the reporting was that the Warriors were zoning in on trying to bring Kevin Durant back. And then reportedly Kevin Durant was like, nah, I don't really want to do that.
That's right.
And so they end up with Jimmy Butler instead.
And what I don't get is, and this is where we talked about it yesterday, teams, players forcing their way out. Jimmy basically is a malcontent, forces his way out of Miami. And what does it land? A deal to go to join Steph Curry and the Warriors, who are, playing 500 basketball right now.
Yeah.
But you've got stars on that team.
It's going to be interesting.
And then it leads to a 2-year, $111 million deal. The guy's been a malcontent. He's basically is showing you if he gets bored or gets upset or annoyed, he's just going to stop playing and stop showing up.
Well, not now that he's getting $55 million a year.
He was getting that a year.
He was getting that much?
Yes.
All right.
He was getting that.
NBA, man.
He was making that money. So he declines his $52 million player option for next year.
You got 3 more.
You got to be a ballsy guy to be at that point in your career old. Not, a great regular season performer. We know what he can do in the playoffs. You're making a ton of money. You're sitting out and you're like, I'm declining $50+ million. And then the Warriors go, well, let's trade for that guy and then give him a $111 million extension. It's ridiculous. The league's ridiculous.
It is. It's not good.
Hey,
it's modern day slavery, Aaron.
It's crazy. Pete Alonso,
he got traded too.
I know he
Schroeder
did get traded. I love that he got traded, by the way.
Are we going to?
Schroeder?
Yeah, that's right. Because yesterday.
Yeah, if you missed it yesterday, Casey talked about how Schroeder basically said that because the guys could get traded and forced to play wherever the hell the team trades them to, that it's modern day slavery. And then they turn around and traded him.
Lonzo Ball has come back okay. He just got 2-year extension, $20 million deal. Talk about a guy who just can't stay on the court. Yeah, Lonzo Ball gets a 2-year.
$20 million a year or $20 million for both?
10 a year.
$10 million a year?
Yes.
That is like chicken scratch in the NBA.
The guy doesn't play.
Can he tie his shoes?
Now he can, but you never know.
I'm pretty sure in today's, I think it's in the bylaws. I believe it's been written into their collective bargaining agreement. If you can suit up for an NBA team and tie your shoes, you get $10 million a year. That's the new. It's the new system.
Apparently.
That's
we didn't even have time to get Pete Alonso re-signing with the Mets.
There you go. We did have time. You just
that
got
was
it
there.
in.
Yeah, you just stole it.
2 years.
Stole it.
My bad. 2 years, $54 million. Raise hometown guy. You couldn't have given him 2 years, 60.
You know what? I think if he speaks to the right people, Aaron, he can turn that $59 million into $60 million.
Well. Yeah, that's right. He will.
We'll get more into the Rays and what Stu Sternberg had to say, that fool. I'm sorry, not a fool, but he certainly sounds like it, okay? He sounds like it right now. Because
I'm not going to take...
I shouldn't call him a fool.
That's
but
it. Yeah, I'm not going to take personal shots.
I'm really pissed off that we'll tell you what he said.
That's a problem with you. You let it build up, and then you're taking shots because you're upset now.
Well, because it's absurd, and we'll tell you why it's absurd in a minute, but Pete Alonso, $59 million. I know how we could turn that into 60. And I know you do. Aaron.
54, and he's.
We can turn that into 60 too.
He's feeling the love now with the Mets with that money. If you're not feeling the love with your current financial advisor, call Trajan Wealth today, and they're going to help you out right now with a free initial consultation. So don't miss out. Give them a call, and let's get prepared for your future. And you can do it with Trajan Wealth. 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000. 550-1000. And you want to make sure to start the new year off right and get in the right direction here because there are a lot of uncertainties when it comes to retirement planning, wealth management, retirement planning. That's what Trajan Wealth is going to do for you. They're going to work closely with you to help you reach your investment goals. And how they'll do that is they'll tailor the goals to meet to your specific needs. So what they'll do is they'll work closely with you and make sure your path to retirement is an easy and a comfortable one. That's all we can ask for. And whatever questions you have, they'll have the answers for you as they help you prepare for tomorrow with a retirement plan that's in line with your values and your risk tolerance. They've got offices right here in Tampa, so give them a call today, 813-550-1000, TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertising.
Now betting.
Tampa Bay Sports Radio, 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media, even twice as many teens than TikTok. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Live it up at the Downs for the premier live thoroughbred horse racing action going on only at Tampa Bay Downs. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 days a week, and Wednesday admission is free. Live it up at the Downs, TampaBayDowns.com.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner at Bascom's Chop House. It's one-stop shopping for all